Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another fun day with us here at the Ask April Porter Company. We are excited to be coming to you today because we just want to clarify a little something. It's a little funny. The title of today's episode is "I'm not a franchise consultant!" exclamation point, and so it might lead you to believe that I'm a little I guess, peeved. But that's not the case. I do really want to clarify what it is we do here at Ask April Porter. And we have a lot of people who are a little bit confused as to what to call us because we're the only ones in the industry who are really doing what we do. And I say we. I've even been asked, why do you say we? Who is it? Is it you and your husband? Who is the we, since the company is named after you? Well, the we is me and my team. I couldn't do this without my team. And it is a collective and collaborative effort. Yes, my name is on the business. And yes, I'm the face that you see most often, but it's the team doing all the behind the scenes things that allow me to bring you this educational content and the new, and I'm going to say new, the new way of thinking about franchising is because they're helping me run everything behind the scenes, and they're helping to take care of our clients. We just got back from a 2-day in-person VIP intensive last Thursday, Friday. And not only did we have our clients with us in person, but my team came in, and my team is remote from around the country. They came in, we were all in person together with our clients. We spent 2 days really focusing and intensely looking at numbers and how to get their profit margins where they want them to be, how to get their salaries where they want them to be, and how to get the number of people on their team at the skill level that they need in order to grow, how to afford that with employee salaries. And so we were diving in, we were doing some heavy lifting over those 2 days, and my team was instrumental to that. And our clients love interacting with them as well. So it is a we, even though my name is on the sign. Now, what do you call us? Well, that's where it gets a little tricky. So many times when people are describing me to someone else, they'll say, oh, she's a franchise consultant or she's a franchisee consultant. And that's not really true. First of all, let's talk about what franchise consultant means in the world of franchising. The term franchise consultant is actually a title that maybe many of you who are watching or listening actually hold. A franchise consultant is generally a franchise broker, a business broker who represents or collaborates with a certain number of franchises, and they learn about that brand and they learn in depth about the brand. They have a library of brands to pick from in different industries with different strengths and weaknesses that would appeal to different business owners. And then business owners or will be business owners work with a franchise consultant in order to find the right brand for them. So franchise consultants help future franchisees navigate how to choose the franchise that they will ultimately invest in. And that is inside the industry what a franchise consultant is. That is not what I do. I do not help people find a franchise to buy. I do not partner with franchises and go to their franchise development meetings to learn all about the brands so that I have all the information to pass along to future franchisees and to help them pick out their franchise. That's not what I do. What I do is I work with franchisees after they've already signed their agreements and typically after they've opened their store. My role is supplemental education for franchisees. So the franchisor is responsible for teaching the franchisee how to operate the model, how and what needs to be done on a daily basis in order to make sure that the area in which the franchisee has opened their location is aware that the franchisee is there and that they're now open. The franchisor trains franchisees on whatever it is that makes the product or service unique. If it's ice cream, why is it the best ice cream, and why should the customers choose that ice cream shop versus the one down the road? Is it because it is hand churned, or because it is all made from all organic milk, or whatever it might be? Understanding the different flavor profiles so that they can make a recommendation to a customer, understanding how to ring up the ice cream, how to make the cones, how to decorate them, what the recommended staffing should be, what the hours of operation should be, what the colors on the wall and the chairs and the tables should look like or have to look like. That's what a franchisor does. So this is where many people get confused, because many people believe that the franchisor teaches franchisees how to be business owners. That's not the case. Franchisors generally do not teach franchisees how to be business owners. They make franchisees business owners. There's a difference. So they make you a business owner by teaching you how to get that storefront business open and how to operate it on a daily basis. Now, franchise education and development from brand to brand differs. There's a wide range of how much training and support franchisors give their franchisees. So this will be up for debate. Some people will disagree with me. Some franchisors may be saying, I disagree. We do so much more for our franchisees than just make them a business owner and teach them the model. And that's true. And from the perspective of a franchisor, many times it feels like you're giving so much to your franchisee, and yet the franchisee still seems unsatisfied. And that really comes from that franchise gap that you've probably heard me talk about before, where the franchisee becomes unsatisfied because they had a different fantasy in their mind about what it would look like to be a franchisee. Franchisees are coming to the table with different skill sets and different mindsets around how to operate a business. And what one franchisee may need to learn, another one may need to learn 10 times as much. Another one may need to barely learn anything in the realm of business acumen. And so from the franchisor's perspective, it's nearly impossible to be able to create a streamlined education on how to be a business owner. And so that's where I come in. I teach franchisees whatever is missing from them, from within inside of them, whether it's business knowledge, whether it's a skill, whether it's leadership ability, how to communicate with a team, how to incentivize a team, how to motivate a team. It could be how to manage their time, how to organize and prioritize tasks when everything seems urgent, how to understand their business finances, how to work within the constraints of a franchise agreement, how to understand marketing at a strategic level instead of just something that has to get done. And then, of course, there's the mindset, how to show up completely embodying an entrepreneur mindset. An entrepreneur mindset is one where you can oversee multiple businesses and multiple revenue streams, and you can do it without getting bogged down in the emotion of being a business owner, without having those huge highs and those low lows, but being able to balance emotion and logic to make decisions quickly so that you can trust other people to actually operate all of the different revenue streams that you own. And you are there to be guidance and to provide the strategy to make them all grow. That's an entrepreneur mindset. Most franchisees particularly first-time business owner franchisees, whether they own one location. I've even worked with people who've owned 9 locations. And even though they've had 9 locations, it's the first storefront business their family owned. They still come to me and they're in an employee mindset. An employee mindset is the mindset of, oh my gosh, I have to get into the store and I have to do all the things that make the business run. So many times franchisees, in fact, most of the time, franchisees begin their journey by showing up as an employee in the business. And when you're showing up like an employee in the business, you don't have the time to devote to that strategic thinking. You don't have the time to devote to leading your team so that they can grow the business for you. And you probably don't know how to do those things either. In fact, most franchisees say that that's why they actually invested in a franchise, because they believed that they would be taught how to be a business owner. So many times franchisees are choosing a business that they are very passionate about. Maybe something they're already an expert in, such as teaching. Maybe a teacher starts looking for a tutoring business. The teacher doesn't need the franchisor to teach her how to tutor students. But that is part of the model. It's the curriculum. There's a very specific curriculum that you're going to teach these students by. Maybe there's a methodology the teacher hasn't learned yet, but they're going to be taught. And through this methodology, we get great results for our clients. And so that's the crux of what the franchisor is teaching the teacher become franchisee. And it's all great. And the teacher's soaking it up and saying, wow, this is great. This streamlined it and saved me so much time. If I would have done this on my own, it would have taken me 3 years to develop all the curriculum and to have all these processes in place and things like that. But I still don't feel like I know what I'm doing. I don't have any confidence that I actually know what my business books should look like. I don't know what percentage of profit is. I don't know how to manage my finances. I don't know how to interview someone. I've never had to do that before. What am I even looking for when I interview someone? I don't know, once I have them interviewed, what do I give them to do? And most people don't want to delegate a lot of things because they don't trust that the other person is going to be able to do it. One of the reasons they don't trust that the other person is going to be able to do it is because they don't know how to actually train that person to do it. So as business owners, we end up only training our employees on the smaller tasks, the things that it would be hard for people to make mistakes on, the things that are easy to communicate. And then for other stuff, we ask ourselves that question and say, I mean, I could train them to do it, but it'd just be faster if I did it myself. You know, this is a little complicated. I mean, if they do it wrong, I'm going to have to redo it. So I'll just do it myself from the beginning. So those are the stories that employee-minded business owners are telling themselves, which then makes it so that they can't delegate, which then makes it so that they have to keep doing the daily operations and stay in that employee role. And these are the things that they believe are the franchisor is going to teach them how to overcome. But the franchisor, in order to teach someone how to overcome that, would have to start diving into, well, why do you think you believe they wouldn't be able to do it? And we have to get into limiting beliefs. We have to get into habits that have been formed since childhood. And we have to start to acknowledge them, understand them, break them down so that we can reform the habits that allow you to delegate freely and that allow you to show up as the entrepreneur you want to be. So that's what I do. That's what I do. And there's not a name for it. There is not a name for it. Some people say, oh, you're a business coach. Well, a business coach typically is going to help you evolve your mindset and work on certain tasks in your business, but they may not have templates for all the different things in your business, right? A consultant is someone who gives you, okay, now here's A, B, C. These are the things you need to do in your business. Here's a template to do it. That's traditionally what the word consultant means. And so a coach is more like theoretical, mindset, strategic. A consultant is more how to, here's what you need to do. And then there's a strategist. And a strategist is someone who can really see the big picture and can start to put the dots together in a way that maybe the business owner doesn't know how to do yet, or hasn't learned how to make the all of the pieces of the puzzle fit together big picture wise, because they're so stuck in the weeds, right? We That whole saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. So a strategist can come in and they can see the whole forest, and then they can navigate the fastest way out of the forest, or where you might want to build a cabin, or where there's a clearing that would be perfect for a golf course at a retreat, right? So that's what the strategist does. So those are the three different things that I incorporate into the way I work with our clients. And so again, there's not a singular name for it. So we've kind of tossed around a few things, and what we like to refer to me as, what my team and I refer to me as, is a franchise empire builder. That's what I do. I take franchisees who maybe have one or two or four locations, but are still in that employee mindset, or maybe even a manager mindset, possibly even an owner mindset, but they haven't been able to branch out and really blow the doors off that joint, right? And we help them up level to that entrepreneur mindset using all of those things I talked about. And when we do that, then they're capable of building empires. And those empires can take place within a single franchise, and they could open up location after location after location after location, or they could begin to diversify into other brands. Maybe even outside of franchising altogether, they decide to open another business or find a revenue stream. It could be an investment revenue stream, or investment properties that somebody else manages and they just own them. Whatever it is, that's what we're working towards, is having an empire. Why would we want an empire? And some of you might be watching and be like, oh my God, that sounds so stressful, so much work, so much anxiety. Well, the whole point is that when you're at an entrepreneur mindset, you have key people in place who are running everything for you. It actually is a more enjoyable life. It relieves a lot of stress because you are not showing up for shifts yourself. You are not personally responsible for making sure that all the gears are moving in all the right directions. You have key people to do that for you. So if you can't imagine what that would be like in your life, it gives you anxiety to even think about being at that level, then that might be a sign that you are not yet in an entrepreneur mindset. So when we build empires, what we're ultimately doing is taking people to a life of swag. And if you followed us at all, then you probably know what swag stands for. Sanity, wealth, and gratitude. And so, as you build an empire, you step into a life of sanity, one where your time is your own, and you truly do have time freedom to create the schedule that you want to live by. You have wealth. And wealth means different things to different people. An empire doesn't have to be billions of dollars or millions of dollars. An empire could be 2 locations. That could be your empire. But you're able to make the income that you desire from your empire. And having that money allows you to do things that you want to do, create the experiences and memories that you want. But in addition, wealth inside of swag stands for so much more, because you are releasing that anxiety so that you can be healthy. You have time with your family, which brings true feelings of wealth, right? So there's a lot of different things that we're building with that wealth. And gratitude is where we enter into a place where we feel like, oh, it's a no-brainer. I can absolutely give to a charity that I want to give to, because I don't have to choose between my needs and others' needs. I can do both. Gratitude also comes from the peace of mind of knowing that everything is stable. Everything is producing for you, right? So you can be in a constant state of gratefulness instead of worry and fear and waiting for the other shoe to drop. So that's what sanity, wealth, and gratitude refer to. And of course, the word and is important too, because it means that you get to have all three. You don't have to sacrifice your sanity simply to build wealth. You don't have to sacrifice your wealth if you're going to be a grateful person and show gratitude. You get to have all three. And so when we are teaching our clients, we're teaching them to build an empire that gives them their individual customized vision of swag. And so for that reason, I am not a franchise consultant. I am a franchise empire builder or a franchise empire building strategist. I help you build your empire. I really think we need to come up with something that has swag in it. Maybe I'm just like the swag engineer, right? That might be my another way to describe me. I am a franchise swag engineer. And so I hope that clarifies for those of you that weren't really aware that the term franchise consultant is a title of a particular position in franchising. Now you know, and you know that that's not what we do. We are here to help you fulfill your dreams. So, on that note, I'm wishing you sanity, wealth, and gratitude today and always. And I'll see you next week.